Hello everybody. So we have made it to lesson 50. That's quite a phenomenal feat thus far. So thank you to everybody who is doing this together. And today truly is one of my favorite lessons. I have turned to it many times and many times of need, and it always seems to just lift that burden that we previously saw ourselves in and lets us remind ourselves truly and remember truly that I am sustained by the love of God. So we'll read today's lesson and we'll see what flows from it. So lesson 50, I am sustained by the love of God. Here is the answer to every problem that confronts you today and tomorrow and throughout time. In this world, you believe you are sustained by everything but God. Your faith is placed in the most trivial and insane symbols: pills, money, protective clothing, influence, prestige, being liked, knowing the right people, and an endless list of forms of nothingness which you endow with magical powers. All these things are your replacements for the love of God. All these things are cherished to ensure a body identification. They are songs of praise to the ego. As I pause here 1 second to reflect on what Jesus just told us, Jesus is telling us that everything that we thought that gave us protection, that sustained us, even such as food or working out or this body in general, is really just an identification with this world, with this form. And by identifying with this world, with this form, then we are believing the thoughts that ego tells us to be true instead of what God tells us to be true. Because we are learning that we reside in God for all of eternity, that our home is in our hearts, our home is not this earth, and that there is a world beyond this world that we want. And the world that is beyond this world that we want is where our happiness and peace and perfect health resides. But this means we must let go of our faith in this world and our faith in the laws of the ego and restore our faith in God and remember the laws of God. So by recognizing that what we placed our power in before, such as pills or money or food or clothes or homes or whatever it might be, that's the false sense of power. That's us having the world on our shoulders instead of being carried by the power and the love of this world. So we're recognizing that all of these things are to keep us in the body identification instead of identifying with our soul. So now today, in applying the thought, I am sustained by the love of God, we are remembering our soul identification, which is where our power lies, which is where we get to experience that we are indeed sustained by the love of our Father. And I've experienced this so many times that I think I might do a video after this to just share more in depth. And then to continue forward here, it says, do not put your faith in the worthless. It will not sustain you. And the worthless, in other words, is the perishable, that which can perish, that which can turn to nothingness, turn to dust. And that's everything that this world holds, including the body, right? So do not put your faith in the worthless. It will not sustain you. Only the love of God will protect you in all circumstances. Only the love of God will protect you in all circumstances. It will lift you out of every trial and raise you high above all the perceived dangers of this world into a climate of perfect peace and safety. It will transport you into a state of mind which nothing can threaten, nothing can disturb, and nothing can intrude upon the eternal calm of the Son of God. See, this is what we are remembering, that we are children of God and not these bodies. And identifying with the laws of God, that we are sustained by Him and not by the things of form, we get to experience and rest in this place of eternal calm, peace, and understanding. It's beautiful. Jesus is saying to us very clearly, do not put your faith in illusions. They will fail you. Put all your faith in the love of God within you, eternal, changeless, and forever unfailing. This is the answer to whatever confronts you today. Through the love of God in you, you can resolve all seeming difficulties without effort and ensure confidence. Tell yourself this often today. It is a declaration of release from the belief in idols. It is your acknowledgement of the truth about yourself. So in accepting the thought of today, I am sustained by the love of God, we are simultaneously accepting the truth about ourselves. And when we accept the truth about ourselves, which is the atonement like the Course speaks of, then we truly have, transcended the laws of this world and allowed the laws of God to envelope us. And thus we are living in this new world of peace and cooperation and perfection that our Father promises us. But first we must embrace this change of mind before it changes our inner outer experience. So we're getting to apply the thought, I am sustained by the love of God, to have the experiences that this is true, so that our willingness intensifies to accept that final part in accepting the truth about ourselves. So Jesus is saying that twice today, morning and evening, let the idea for today seep deep into your consciousness. Repeat it. Think about it. Let related thoughts come to help you recognize the truth, and allow peace to flow over you like a blanket of protection and surety. Let no idle and foolish thoughts enter to disturb the holy mind of the Son of God. Such is the kingdom of heaven. Such is the resting place where your Father has placed you forever. So Jesus is reminding us yet again that heaven is within us, that heaven is in our mind, and it's a state of being. So today we are going to call upon that state of being, which is the love of our Father, and let ourselves remember in perfect certainty and in perfect safety that we are sustained by His love. It is a beautiful thing to move from the intellectual understanding of this idea to the true experiential factor of this idea. For once that it is experienced, it truly is that shift of mind we've been calling for, and it allows us to experience this miraculous nature of that which we are by remembering that this thought is true. So that is our focus for today. Think about it, rest in it, call upon it, repeat it time and time again today. I am sustained by the love of God. And so it is. I love you, beautiful souls. Have a blessed day. Bye.